Carbies are getting done on the bike. After that it'll be shims still, and a couple other things, cover the seat, that sort of thing. So it's on its way to getting there eventually.
Hello. This time on Crash Test Dummy TV.
Alright, okay, Carby time. Now, if you're not 100% sure what you're doing as far as Carbies, don't strip them down completely, just take the covers off. As soon as you pull the covers off, you'll have these springs underneath, so just be careful because it'll pop out. Covers, I mean these caps. Then underneath that, you'll have the diaphragm. Now, or cylinder plunger, whatever you want to call it. Do a quick check of these. Get rid of any excess, you don't want that sucked through. Have a look through the rubber up towards some light to see if there's any holes. Feel it. If it's really dry and cruddy, you might have to change it. It needs to be rubbery. What I'm going to do, just to give it a renew before I put these in, I'm just going to give it a smear of rubber grease. Hopefully replenish it, get some of those petroleum compounds back into the rubber. Anyway, so that's what I'll do there. Underneath your float at the bottom, you'll have, where is it? There. You'll have your float needle. That's your float needle. Visually you won't be able to see if it's stuffed, if it's fine, but if it's majorly warped or anything, there's no point on the end. Definitely change them, or if you've got flooding issues. Basically the float, like a toilet, lifts up and down, and this just closes off and opens up. That's all that is. Try not to wipe the end of the tip too. Now you should be using Carby cleaner, but I didn't have any, so I used brake cleaner. Had a good read of it, decided that it wasn't going to affect any of the parts. Bearing in mind there's no rubber seals and that sort of thing inside the Carbies. Now, I didn't flush through journals or anything like that. I just wanted to get majority of the crap off. Looks like someone's had a go at trying to seal it in the past. There's bits of rubber, and one of the diaphragms has a little rubbery repair on it. But anyway, underneath the covers, under here, which sits, that's your bowl basically, right at the bottom, your floats sit in there. Now, right at the very bottom, that's where you're going to see your sediment and that sort of thing. So when you do pull it off, try and pull it off the right way, and that way you're going to be able to see how much crap's sitting in the bottom as far as what you're up against inside the Carby itself. There was a bit of sediment, quite a bit of sediment really, but it was all on the bottom, sitting on the bottom, so I'm happy with that, and I'm sure I'll put some run some injector cleaner through it in the first tank, second tank, that sort of thing. Get it cleaned up internally. They're not too bad overall, but they do need balancing, but that's obviously when it's all together, so that will be later. Now I'm going to start assembling these soon, but I have decided I'm going to polish the covers. The best one out of the 4 was number 2, which is alright, but I'm going to match up the other ones, give it a bit of a brighten up. You can see the difference before and after there. They're all pitted on the inside for some reason. Yeah, so I'll give them a brighten up. Which one's that there? Cool. Hello all again. All done. I'm just spraying up the last couple of caps. Eventually I'm going to get all 4 chromed, but at the moment I cannot afford it. So for now I'll just yeah. Now you can see a little shine on the diaphragms. One thing I used, I had a little bit of this lying around. Low claw chemicals. Anyway, prevents rubber expansion. It's more for O-rings, rubber, metal and plastic parts where heavier silicon applications are needed. Ignore the silicon, but basically, yeah, to renew it a little bit, to clean it at the same time. I put a little bit on my, tap my finger in there, smeared it around on my fingers, and then either side of the diaphragm gave it a clean and turned it around at the same time. It seemed to work well. There's a lot of crap on my fingers, but just to give them a little bit more, suppleness, hopefully. Yeah, but yeah. So basically all I did was pull it apart, clean it, put it back together. It's the easiest thing you can do in the garage. And I also gave the covers a little polish. That's come up alright. What's my rag? Yeah, so they come up alright. Not too bad. I'll match the chrome caps when I get the chrome caps done. There. Side on view. Underneath view. See what I mean about the pitting? Someone's belted the crap out of these. I don't know why. It could have been something clanging against it for years maybe. But yeah, it's pitted. But anyway, I'll put the best two facing out. So it looks better, obviously. Groovy. Won't know until it's all back together as far as whether it's helped it at all, but I imagine it would have, just based on the amount of crap that I pulled out. So until next time when it's on the bike and running, we'll see how long that takes. Not really happy about being off the road, but anyway, shit happens. That's why we were given the ability to cry, so when we see a bike riding past and we don't have one on the road, we can cry. Stuff. Cool. Well, I'm going to go down today and have a look at some sandcastles. Some huge sandcastles. So, keep an eye out for that other video. And, yeah. I'll speak to you next time. Be good out there. Ride safe. And if at first you don't succeed, try again or grab a hammer. Cool. Later all.